In the final segment, we'll review how this was integrated into the main code. I won't review every form, but I'll look at base navigation form, which hasn't changed much, and I'll review one other form that represents the changes made. In the base navigation form, not a lot has changed besides inheriting the UI abstraction. In the previous iterations, we had this code in the init method, and now it moved into the init toolbar method. Other than that, it's pretty much the same. The subclasses of base navigation form are more of the same, so I wanted to focus on one of the forms that isn't a subclass of that, and chose address form. It now derives from UI abstraction directly, and as you can see, not a whole lot has changed as a result of that. In the validation code, you will notice that instead of just binding the submit button, I invoked the add submit button from the base class, since I don't know where the OK button will be. Instead of binding listeners, I use the onBack override to implement OK back behavior, but it works exactly the same as before. The same is true for onOK, which also works exactly the same as before. Both are invoked because we returned true from hasOKBack method. We also override the color theme of the toolbar, but this will only apply to the phone UI and not for the tablet UI. I know this seems a bit much for a 4-part module, but the work we did here was relatively simple. Adapting to tablets isn't hard work. One of the reasons it took 4 modules is the fact that Codename One is very flexible and provides mostly a low-level API. The obvious question is, why not move the abstraction layer up a notch and make tablet support an implicit part of Codename One? That's something we're considering, but so far it was very hard to pin down the exact API we want. In this case, we were able to simplify a lot as we knew the application domain. However, in Codename One proper, we would need a more flexible API, and an abstraction like that can lead to replication. Once we commit to an API, we are stuck with it for years or even forever. So we are rather cautious with this API. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this informative.